Yeah, I know, but look, we've been through this before. Uh, Look, every time that Tom Cruise turns down a role, you always call me and ask me to do it. And I've told you a million times, I'm a journalist, I'm not an actor. So, yeah. Well, thank you. But you know what? Well, look, you also serve lousy food on set, so that doesn't work for me either. So, mhm. Call someone else. I'm very busy. I got to go. I got to fly out of here. I got to go to Chicago, get a haircut, and besides, I got students waiting for me. Yeah, no, I got to do a lecture here. Uh, Listen, handling my students is more important than your Hollywood film. So just forget it. And you know what? Stop calling me. Yeah, I'm tired of this. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, bye. Oh man, it happens every time I want to produce a video lecture for my students. Get these phone calls. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, everybody. Hope you are all feeling great. Just a short lecture today. I'm going to spend a few minutes talking about the AP style book and libel manual. And then I'm going to direct you to watch a tutorial video, which I hope you will find useful. The AP style book and libel manual is considered the style Bible of publishing. And the reason is because the Associated Press strives to use language for the sake of absolute accuracy in meaning. So I'm going to show you an example. In the practice news stories you wrote for Mr. Muscles, two students wrote sentences that included the word citizen. I'm going to show you one of them. I got to share my screen here for just a second. I'm going to go do that. Let me get to the right PowerPoint. I'm not actually going to get into PowerPoint mode, but you should still be able to see this pretty clearly. Okay, so as you can see, this sentence, it reads, around 12,000 citizens were shocked by the events. Now, what I'd like you to do is pause the video for a minute and look up the word citizen in the AP style book, okay? And then restart it. We'll come back, we'll chat about it for a minute. So go ahead, pause the video and look up the word citizen. Okay, so if you looked up the word citizen, then you learn that it's defined as someone who is a native born or naturalized US citizen, American. So the use of citizen in this case is wrong. And that is because not everybody who was a member of Mr. Muscles is necessarily a legal citizen. So in that case, what we want to do is just use the word resident, okay? Around 1,200 residents were shocked by the events. Now, before the internet came along, every writer, reporter, publisher had a copy of the AP style book on his or her desk, if not multiple copies strewn around the workplace. Now, today you can access the book online, but it still helps to keep a hard copy around. And here's why. Sometimes it's just easier to find things in the book than online. I also think that you learn the rules for each entry a little more quickly with the hard copy because you get to see more of the other entries that surround what you're looking for. Plus, I just think it's more fun. Now, the Associated Press continually adds and changes style rules to reflect changes in our culture. For example, the AP recently made changes to how we reference minority and marginalized groups. They added style rules for the coronavirus and COVID-19. And they also made more recently some symbol changes, like when it's acceptable to use the percentage mark, like if you're writing like 45%, as opposed to spelling out the word percent. For keeping up with the most recent changes, that is when the online version really comes in handy. Still, the most practical advice that I can give you right now, especially for those on the journalism and comm studies track, is that when any of you apply for jobs and internships and you submit portfolios and take writing tests, employers are going to look for whether or not your writing demonstrates a command over AP style. And that sounds pretty challenging, But even the pros understand that memorizing everything is impossible because too many words and phrases and rules for them. I mean, it's just not possible. They're sometimes, they're changing rules throughout the year. And that's why even the pros continue to reach for their books sitting on their desks, or they go online. Everyone uses it, even me. Nobody knows absolutely everything. Of course, the more you use it, the more you get ingrained into your head. But for us in MC 200, you're just beginning to learn. And so that said, there are rules, AP style rules that strategic communicators and those of us in the media use quite regularly and more often than some of the other rules. And those are the rules we're going to begin looking at this coming week. They include datelines, cities and states, time references, monetary units, meaning dollars and cents, titles, and streets, avenues, and roads. And I'll introduce more regularly used entries to you as we go along throughout the course, while you're also looking up other AP style rules. But I want to show you two more examples taken from the Mr. Muscles. And here they are. Don't write something like this: the spa closed since not enough members joined. The reason is because the word since refers to time sequence, whereas the word because offers a cause and effect relationship. So it's actually better and more correct, according to AP, to write this: the spa closed because not enough members joined. You can, however, write something like this. You can write, since the club opened 15 years ago, not enough members have joined. And that is acceptable because here you are referencing the time frame from which the spa opened. We're also going to look at how to write monetary units. So for example, many of you wrote something like this. The land for each spa cost more than $1 million. Now, if you look up monetary units, you'll see that $1 million needs to actually look like this. The land for each spa cost more than one, with a dollar sign in front of it, million. And we don't even spell out the word dollars. Okay, that is the style for AP. So I plan to use this book a lot, okay? And before we get back here, before we actually get back from the Labor Day weekend, I want you to watch a video lectured by Professor Mark Grabowski at Adelphi University. He does a really great job of sharing his top 15 AP style rules. It runs about 21 minutes long, so not too bad. So take a look at that. And on Tuesday, we'll start looking more into the AP style in more detail and begin also to work toward writing your first news story. Also plan on Tuesday for a current events quiz from the New York Times. It will cover the main news in the US politics and world news sections from Friday, September 3rd through Monday, September 6th, and get the leads homework done. Okay, that's worth 33 points. And remember to double space, okay, because if it's not double spaced, I'm not going to grade the homework. So make sure you get that done, bring it to class, and reach out to me if you have any questions. I will be checking email so I can assist you if you need it, okay? So with that, have a fantastic and safe holiday weekend, and I will see you back in KidZ 107 on Tuesday. Thanks so much. Have a great weekend, everybody. Cheers. I should not keep this on all weekend. I'll just stop the recording.